Hey guys, it's me, Nick. I haven't been here, or I haven't been recording in a while. I've kind of been busy and, so sorry for the delay and stuff, but I'm back, yes, I'm back. And so I got a list, I made a list. It's pretty hard because, well, I picked out 31 out of, so many other bands I have heard of throughout my lifetime. So, ready or not, here it comes. The #1 band I actually named was Creed. Okay, a lot of people sit there and criticize me for that, maybe, because of how the band ended up breaking up. But to me, they made great music, no matter whether one of them was addicted to drugs or not. It didn't matter because they made great music, very epic. And, of course, I couldn't make this list without this band in particular, The Used. Now, most of y'all know some of their songs. If you don't, you should just go search them here on YouTube. But they're very good on music. They aren't just about, metal music or screamo. They're just like a mixture sometimes of it. And they have very great music, and they have a great lead singer. The third one will be Evanescence. Of course, I love Evanescence, which it's a great band. They put out great music each time they put out music, especially the music videos are great hits. They go great with the song, everything, and it's just truly great. And number 4 will be Fall Out Boy. Now, most of y'all are like, okay, well that's normal. Well, at the dances we had in my middle school, the songs we would normally have were like a mixture of Fall Out Boy and Paramore. Now they were mixtured, but it was great. It was great songs they'd pick, and hey, I'm not a good dancer, I'll tell you that, but I do love me some, Fall Out Boy, But okay, that was number 4. Number 5 will be Panic at the Disco. Now, most of y'all are like, okay. Well, I like their music. I'm not really huge on their new stuff because it feels like they've kind of gotten away from the music they originally put out. But I love their old hits, and their music videos are truly elaborate, and the output they're trying, or the way they're trying to portray the song along with the music video is really interesting. The 6th one will be Korn. Back when I was a lot younger, and I still somewhat today, now today, even at 23 going on 24, I do love me some, hardcore metal music, So, I don't have much on Korn to say, because, I found them when I was younger by accident, so. Jack's Mannequin. Now, a lot of y'all may or may not know this band. They were originally known before this show, but if you don't know, I was a huge fan of One Tree Hill, and their band actually got a showcase on there. They literally performed songs on there, and they are awesome. They are great, and that's how I found them. Figured out who they were and what their music was, and it took that to kind of put me as a fan of their band. It took One Tree Hill, the episodes they were on, and it truly made me also a great fan of theirs, along with Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy made a cameo appearance in it, and they were awesome too, and it was just awesome. So, number 8. Number 8 will be Paramore. Now, that's not unheard of. I like a lot of their music. Even when I moved to California when I was 15, that was most of my playlist on, my music and stuff was Paramore, and a little bit of Nickelback. Okay, don't judge me. I did like, back in the day, a little bit of Nickelback. And the 9th one would be Pink. Now, I've always loved Pink, even back before a lot of people knew her. She's done a lot of songs, and the songs I didn't know she did back in when I was growing up, you know, I found out later on she did, but they are great songs, you know, and yeah, like You in Your Hand. Now, I listened to that song, you know, when I was a little younger, or, you know, it just happened to be on the radio, and it came on, or, you know, something else. There's other songs that have came out when I was younger of hers, and I would listen to them. They were awesome, but I didn't know who they're by or anything, and it ended up being her. So yes, Pink. Avril Lavigne. Now I've been a huge fan of hers. One of the main songs I got into really heavily was like one of her main great hits that she ever put out at that point, which was I'm With You. That was like my major favorite song, still is, when it comes to her music. You know, the second would be Skater Boy, the third would be Girlfriend. So, Mariana's Trench. Kind of got to know them from another singer that was on OTH, Winter Hill. She was, you know, she was a main character on there, but she also in real life was a lead singer. And I can't remember her name, but she also, apparently someone did a remix of one of Mariana Trench's songs, and with her vocals, you know, as a coupling. That was a great song, and that's really what put me into wanting to listen to them and making them love them a lot. Then there's Red. Now, this was, in the past couple years, this has been one of the bands that have come to like, which is Red. They've put out the song Pieces and Hymn for the Missing, and, you know, those songs are really telling and really touching and just, you know, cut on my heartstrings. But yeah. And then there's Verve, I think I'm saying it right, the Verve Pipe. Now, they put out the song, I think, back in the early 90s, maybe late 90s, close to early 2000s. They put out The Freshman, which was a great hit, great song. That was like one of their top hits that they put out at that time. That got the most recognition you could think of, and it really was a telling story within the song. Not a lot of people got it, but when you watch the music video as it's playing and you understand it more, the concept of the song. Number 14 will be Eve 6. Yes, Eve 6. One of the most well-known songs of theirs is For the Nights I Can't Remember. I think that's them. If I'm not right, comment below. You know, some of their songs I can't fully remember, but I do love their songs. So I'm hoping I got that song right. Saving April. Now, I've listened to their songs, but the one that really sticks out to me that mostly everybody knows them for is Addicted, which is basically, yeah, it's about sex. Number 16 will be one that I don't think you expect, because this was a top 31 of my bands and singers, so I kind of coupled them together. Which was, in this one, she started really young. She was about 12 when she started. JoJo. Now, a lot of y'all don't know, one of her top hits was Too Little Too Late, which is like my favorite song. There's other ones she put out, but that was one of her top hits that a lot of people know her for. And I don't think she's put out a lot more songs since, you know, some of the newer stuff came out. I think, you know, it's stopped. I'm not sure. And not many people have seen her since, you know, or heard her sing since. Number 17 will be 3 Days Grace. I Hate Everything About You. That was one of their main songs that I know them for. And there's a couple other songs I knew them for, but I started hearing these songs on the radio. Then they would say the band, and I'm like, yes, I gotta get this song for my iPod Touch, yes! And I was like, okay, calm down. But yeah, that's how I was with music. Stained, well, as most of y'all know, I'm a huge music person, especially with this list, with how in detailed I took it. Stained was one of those bands that was really good on music, and they kind of, I don't know if they've ever put out more music that I know of, I'm not sure, but they were one of my top favorites because they were like essential in my music list. I had to have me some Stained because it wouldn't have been complete without the band's music. Stained, because they put out a lot of songs, and the one that I mainly have on my iPod Touch right now that I've had for like since 2014 is Tangled Up in You, which if you don't know about that, you should go actually download it or listen to it. It's very great, and it is it's a masterpiece, but it is done on acoustics and stuff, so if you're not ready for that, don't listen to it, but if you want to, go ahead. Number 19, The Fray. Now, a lot of y'all know about The Fray. I do too. And most of their music has been used for Grey's Anatomy, One Tree Hill. There's many of their songs that have been either covered or used for those shows, and I actually love their songs. Like, you would hear them in the background of the show, and you'd be like, wait, what band is that? I need to know them. So, yeah, that would happen, and it just, yeah. So, and then one of the, well, this is number 20, Roach. Now, a lot of y'all are like, okay, well, that's no big deal. But a lot of his music was edgy, but to me, it, you know, especially when I was a teenager, or especially growing up, that was, you know, kind of my outlet was my music. So his songs were kind of like speaking, and it's like it was about my life. This kind of thing, you know, a lot of people get that. And I love their song. I love their music, so great musician. Demi Lovato. Now, I love her songs. I won't lie. One of my top favorites on her would be Skyscraper. Now, if you don't know the song, I would suggest go listen to it. But it's a great song, and it speaks to you know, how she was as a writer and of her own songs, but also how she showed her emotion through her music. And that's really telling for I think any person who is in music, whether it be for the writing purposes or you're a singer and a writer, you know, it's very telling, and she's a great singer, and she just is very well spoken, and her emotion comes out through her music. Very great. And number 22 will be Seether. Now, I love a lot of his songs because they were edgy and, you know, but they had a backstory to them, which, you know, when you're listening to it, it wouldn't give you a backstory, you know, but when you watch the videos with the music, that was the backstory. That was great in the backstory. 23 would be Falling in Reverse. Great band, but I've heard, not recently, I think last year maybe, I'm not sure, that the lead singer was in some legal trouble. I don't know what that's about, but they put out great music. I'm not going to judge. Number 24 would be Shontelle. Now, she put out a lot of music, and her most well-known would be Impossible, which is the one I got to know her by, and then I started listening to others, and it's like, yes, I know you. And number 25 would be Blood on the Dance Floor. Gotta have me some blood on the dance floor. So. And number 26 is a definite giveaway. I'm a huge fan of Katy Perry, have been since the song I Kissed a Girl came out. So, 27 would be Neo, because that was one of his well-known first albums when it came out. It wasn't really popular, but that was one of the first CDs I actually got, and I loved all the songs on it. He's a well singer, a well musician, and he's all around great on music. Number 28 would be Adam Lambert. Now, I've loved him, and I watched Idol even when he was on it, and you know, he was a great person, and especially an LGBT person, being out on Idol was very great. And his music has been great and has solidified my love for him. So, number 29 would be Autumn Hill. Now, if you don't know them, you might want to go watch them. They are a country music band. So, yeah. Mcgraw, of course. I had to put them on this because I love country music. Number 31 would be Against the Current. Now, they're kind of like a YouTube band, but they're well known, and you should go listen to them. Okay, guys, this is going to be the end because I'm sitting here sweating, as y'all can see. But this will end the video for my top 31 bands or singers. Bye!